You want to lose weight. Well, in this video, we're going to begin a series of talks I'm going to give about losing weight, how to lose weight. And I'm going to give you the first important step today. Um, and this step is probably the foundation of a good weight loss program. Now, we're not just talking about losing weight and gaining it back. This is not a yo-yo diet. This is a lifestyle, and I think you're going to like it. My name's Eric. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm going to give you some of my personal opinions about how to lose weight. Now, before we get started, why do you want to lose weight? Now, it probably seems like a dumb question, doesn't it? But I want you to think on this. Why? Why is the big question. And I'm going to throw out some possible answers for you. Maybe you want to lose weight so that you look better. Maybe so that you'll fit back into some clothes that you used to be able to wear. Maybe you want to lose some weight so that you'll feel better. Because sometimes when we get overweight, we feel sluggish and um, I don't know what, because I've never really been over overweight, but I do understand about visceral fat and getting that belly fat, and this is something that I've learned on my own how to overcome these weight loss problems. Another possible answer you could give to this question of why do you want to lose weight? Maybe um, gaining weight has led you to some metabolic disease that you're not happy with. Perhaps now you have type 2 diabetes. Or maybe the doctors told you have a risk of heart disease because you're overweight. Uh, and being overweight can lead to lots of different problems. It could possibly even be a factor involved in getting cancer. So, this solution I'm going to offer today is one step, but it's a very important foundational step of how you're going to lose weight and keep it off and be healthier, have a lower risk of cancer, lower risk of heart disease, perhaps even um, get rid of the type 2 diabetes. Your doctor's probably told you, oh, this is normal at your age to have diabetes. We'll give you some medicines and we'll manage it. But I believe that it's quite possible for you to reverse it and to be restored to good health again and not have the diabetes problem. So, what is it I'm going to share with you today? Well, today uh, we're going to talk about protein. Why is protein so important in our diet? Um, if and I'm going to tell you, if you focus on protein the way I'm sharing it with you today, you over time you will begin to see some significant changes in your body and perhaps getting rid of brain fog um, and lowering your blood glucose levels. Lots of very positive things. So, protein, what am I talking about? Eggs, fish, meat, uh, beef, chicken, pork. These are our common uh, sources of protein in our diets today. I know um, in the past we've had this food pyramid that's told us that we need to focus on whole grains and fruits and vegetables, and then some protein and try to minimize our fat intake. Well, I'm here to tell you that you need to focus on protein and don't worry about the fat that comes along with the protein. Now, I'm not talking about added fats in your foods. I'm talking about what comes naturally. So, for example, an egg has the white and the yolk. And maybe you know this already, but the egg white is all protein. The egg yolk is about half protein and half fat. And so some people think, well, that's not good for me, so I'm only going to eat egg whites. And I think that's a big mistake because Mother Nature put that fat in the egg for a reason. And that, uh, that cholesterol that you're concerned about in that egg is actually critical to brain health. Your brain needs cholesterol, it needs healthy fat. So I'm going to tell you eat eggs and eat the whole egg. What do you cook it in? Well, you could hard boil them. I eat hard boiled eggs. You could cook them in bacon grease, beef tallow, coconut oil, olive oil. But of course, I'm going to tell you to avoid the seed oils like canola oil, corn oil, the vegetable oils, because they are very harmful to your body. Okay, so um, the other day I said I'm going to eat something a little different. My breakfast was 2 cans of sardines. Now, I don't eat sardines every day. My father loved sardines and he liked them with mustard and crackers. I don't know what it was, but that's what he liked. What about it? But um, I find that I can eat sardines plain, packed in water. I just drain the water off. I like sardines with mustard, and there's different kinds of mustard you can buy: the yellow mustard, the Dijon mustard, the stone ground mustard, and I don't know, there are others. So that can add a flavor for you that can make them delightful. Sometimes I like to put hot sauce in my sardines, and I'll chop them up in the bowl and sprinkle some hot sauce in and mix that up, and it's good. Um, but what I did the other day was there's this barbecue sauce I buy at the store. What's it called? Ray's. Oh, Ray's something barbecue sauce. But I buy Ray's barbecue sauce, no sugar added. So there's no sugar in it, and I think they put stevia in it. So it's a healthy sweetener, and it's really delicious. So I took my 2 cans of sardines, drained the water off, chopped them up in my bowl, put some barbecue sauce in there, mixed it up, and it was really yummy. So what's the benefit of sardines? Well, one thing is the omega-3 fatty acids. I've been told that if you eat sardines or salmon or mackerel, these fish that are high in omega-3 fatty acids, eat that 3 times a week, that will greatly reduce your risk of heart disease. Your heart needs omega-3 fatty acids. That's all there is to it. So sardines are a great source of that. Now let me tell you about sardines. Um, there's a little trick I want you to learn to use. It's a simple piece of math whenever you're eating protein. So it's a ratio. And what I mean by that is a calorie to protein ratio. So for example, um, if I eat 1 can of sardines, that's 164 calories. It's 21 grams of protein. If I divide the calories by 10, so 164 divided by 10 is 16, and I do a ratio of protein to that calorie number, 21 over 16, my ratio is over 1. That's excellent. You want your protein to calorie ratio to be 1 or higher. So let me give you another example. At lunchtime, I ate 2 chicken thighs. Now, this is what I like to do. I buy a pack of the chicken thighs at the store. I bring them home. I peel the skin off, put them on a baking sheet, and I sprinkle on salt, pepper, and parsley. Bake it in the oven for 30 minutes, take it out, turn them over, sprinkle them again with the salt, pepper, and parsley, put them back in the oven for another 30 minutes, and they're done. I take this tray of cooked chicken thighs, skinless chicken thighs, after they've cooled, and I put them in a container or a baggie, put them in the fridge, and then I can eat 1 or 2 chicken thighs for a meal. It's also great, like my wife likes it when I make chicken salad for her. So I'll just pull the meat off of 1 or 2 of these chicken thighs, chop up some celery, again, some salt and pepper, and I make homemade mayonnaise using avocado oil, and it's really delicious. But what I did is I just ate 2 chicken thighs that I cooked previously. Now let me share with you again the protein to calorie ratio. So 1 chicken thigh, skin removed, is 156 calories, almost 25 grams of protein. So let's do our math. 156 calories divided by 10 makes our calorie number 15, protein 25 over 15. That's way super high protein to calorie ratio. You want that. And the reason why you want that is, especially when you're in a weight loss mode, is, you know, I know some people say don't count calories. I say do, but you need to focus on protein. And if you have your protein to calorie ratio really high over 1, what's happening is you're getting a really good amount of protein in your diet and low calories. So I find this to be really beneficial. Now, what did I do for lunch, for dinner that day? Um, I use Chronometer on my phone. It's a great app, and there's a free version of it that I use. It's wonderful. So I had cooked some hamburger patties. Um, each patty was 4 ounces of ground beef, and I just because I am frugal, the my wife found this ground beef at Aldi for $2.99 a pound. Now we're talking, this is February of 2026. $2.99 a pound on sale. They were in 3-pound logs, and that was an excellent price. I usually buy a 10-pound log at Walmart. Um, that's where I can get that large amount, and it's about the best price. I think the last time I bought it might have been $3.99. No, 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 no. It was 3.40 something a pound. So that was still a good price, because nowadays, you can get ground beef that's 5, 6, $7 a pound easily. So anyway, she had bought this ground beef at Aldi. It was on sale. Great price. I just put a little bit of steak seasoning in this big pan, and I mix it all up with all this ground beef. I make quarter-pound patties, put them on baking sheets, stick them in the oven for 15 minutes, take them out, turn them over, back in the oven for another 15 minutes, and they're done. And again, now I have a supply of meat I can eat over a week's time. So this is what I did. I made these hamburgers. I put a slice of cheddar cheese on a hamburger, 1 ounce of cheddar cheese. And then I make these keto round breads. Um, it's I call it a carrier. It's just an easy way to pretend you're eating a hamburger. It's not like a hamburger bun, but they're thin like that, and it's mostly eggs, a little bit of coconut flour, and a little bit of baking powder. If you'd like the recipe, let me know in the comments, and I'll give you the recipe in the comments, and I could even do a video on making these keto round breads because they're so easy. So I have one on the top, one on the bottom. I took some. My wife had some bok choy in the fridge. I took some of the leafy part of that, put it on some of my no sugar added ketchup, some mustard, and with my hamburger, and that was excellent. And it was a very high protein meal. So between my sardines, 2 cans of sardines, my 2 chicken thighs, and my 2 hamburgers, so I ate a half a pound of ground beef for dinner. My protein for the day was 190. Now, I think women should have a goal of a minimum of 120 grams of protein a day, men a minimum of 150 grams of protein a day. My calories for the day was 1,970, which is, I think, low for most men, probably a little high for most women. Um, but we can talk about all that another day. I just wanted to share with you what I ate um, that gave me a high protein diet. Now, this is typical of my diet every day to try to get over 150 grams of protein a day. Here are the benefits of focusing on protein. Number one, it's satiating. It makes you feel full if you focus on the protein first. You can have other things with it. You can have your vegetables, a little bit of rice, things like that. I would stay away from bread and pasta because it's too high in carbohydrates. But it's satiating. Number two, if you are leaning more towards this protein diet, years ago we called it the Atkins diet. Now they call it the carnivore diet. Call it whatever you want, focusing on protein. The second benefit is that it's going to lower your blood sugar, which is going to be great if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic. It's going to be very helpful with that. And it's going to potentially increase your ketones in your body. And we could talk about ketones another time. Ketones are excellent brain food. So your body, your liver makes these ketones when the blood sugar is low and your protein is up, and it's really good for your brain. So this is what I'm going to tell you. If you want to lose weight, focus on protein. And in the next video, I'm going to go on to item number 2 on this new lifestyle of improved diet and a healthy lifestyle. In the meantime, be well.